Hello to my friends, my followers, my supporters, my fans. Thank you for joining me tonight. This is Christy with Christy Artistry, and I just realized that February 14th, Valentine's Day, I had hit my 2 years on YouTube. I didn't realize that, and I'm a tiny little channel, just kind of going along. I put up videos every 3 days, for those of you that watch my videos on a regular basis know that I'm going through a little bit of a medical thing right now, so I'm not feeling my best, but just kind of plugging through it, and we're going to see what happens in a week or so. I'm going to work on a 16 by 20 canvas tonight. I'm going to run it horizontally, so it'll be 20 by 16. It's going to have a white background. And we're going to use 8 colors in this palette tonight. I picked these colors because there's kind of spring colors, but at the same time they have a darker tone that's going to match up with them. So when I put them on the canvas the way they're in my brain, I'm hoping that they come out to look like a beautiful garden. So that's what we're going to try tonight. And I know that I've promised to get you some, I think I have 5 paintings, they're all stashed behind me here, that I haven't quite finished yet. I will get to those as soon as I can, and then I think what I'll do is I'll just do a quick video that shows you all of the completed ones, and that way you won't have to, sit around waiting for them or wait through a whole, 5 videos worth in one video. I'll just do a quick video on them. And so I'm going to tilt the camera down, I'm going to get the canvas flooded, and then we'll get started tonight. So I will be right back. Alright, so this is my canvas, and it's an old canvas, so I'm going to use it up now. It's just been laying around for a while. Okay, so again, we're going to do a white background, and then I have chosen the following colors for tonight. Just going to lay them out here, tell you what they are. Alright, so along with our white, we are going to use Acrylic Prussian Blue, Loft Light Blue, Acrylic Alizarin Crimson, Acrylic Pale Pink, Loft Deep Green, Loft Green Yellow, Acrylic Process Yellow, and Loft Lemon Yellow. So again, what I'm going for is kind of a garden look. So I'm going to start out, get our white on. I shook up all the bottles. Hope they're all in good shape. And let's get started. Oh, excuse me. I don't know where that came from. I mixed up enough white. So like I said, my white is, I use Blick Acrylic white, titanium white, and my normal mixture is Floetrol and water, but when I went to do this video yesterday, I discovered that I was out of Floetrol. So this is actually, I'm trying, I think it's Chili Cube's recipe, which is basically paint and water. And we'll see how that goes. So I did mix it up last night, shook it up real good, stirred it, strained it, and all those things that I do. And then I let it set overnight because I have not used a just paint and just water mixture before. And so I wasn't sure on how it was going to debubble and settle down and all those things. So I decided to mix it up last night and then use it today. So I'm hoping that it'll work fine, knowing that the rest of my paints are already are mixed with Floetrol and water. So I mixed the water. I didn't know the measurements or anything. So and half was way too thin. So I ended up mixing it as if it was the same thickness as my paint with Floetrol in it. So I guess we're kind of going to have an experiment on that as well until I can get over to the store and get some more Floetrol. There we go. All right, put this off to the side, and we're going to start with our colors. I'm going to start with the Prussian Blue. I love Prussian Blue. And I'm thinking in my mind that the garden, okay, so a garden is what I'm thinking will have flowers, like so. So we'll do that part in a second. And I'm going to go ahead and torch this because I am seeing bubbles popping up all over. So let's get those taken care of now. Alright. So I'm going to put the flower heads on first, I guess you'd say. And actually, okay. We're going to have a yellow one, a green, a pinkish, and a blue. And so I'm thinking yellow, blue, green, red, or yellow, green, red. Look. I have it set up as yellow, green, pink, blue. Yeah, I think that'd be okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's how we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna put on what I'm gonna call the flower heads first. Like I said, this might not work. But I'm gonna try it. Because I do like to experiment. Okay. Next is going to be our Alizarin Crimson. And our pale pink. Doesn't look like much yet, but I'm hoping that it will come out the way I'm thinking. Alright, so next is going to be our process yellow. And lastly is going to be our green. I'm letting that settle for a second before I do anything with that one. The yellow always seems to be a little thinner, I guess, and I mix it exactly the same as all the other ones, but for some reason the yellows always seem to be thin. Looks like sunshine. Okay, so now we have the basics, and now we're going to add the other colors. So I am thinking I'm going to do the centers a little bit more, but I want to mix it up a little bit. So I'm almost thinking I should use the darker colors. So I just have to decide where I'm going to put each of these. And I'm thinking that the red would look good here, the blue would look good here, the green or the yellow would look good here, and the green I think would look good there. So that's how I'm gonna do it. Again, if it doesn't come out, it doesn't come out. So that's gonna go there. Prussian's gonna go in the center of the green. The yellow's gonna go in the center of the pink. I'm just thinking, you know, flowers I see in my garden, what are the color combos and how do they look? And yes, I know that these paints will mix together and not represent the same, but I'm still going to try it. Okay, and we are going to use, excuse me, we are going to use the little flower dryer since I want to keep these kind of tight and small. And I'm just afraid that the Revlon is just way too big. So, let me see if this works. Alright, it is working. Get the Revlon out of the way. And then we blow these out and we'll add some stems to them and see what happens. Alright, here we go. Okay, they flowered out. This one actually looked almost like a rose for a minute there. But this one, I don't know what happened with the red. This one, I'm gonna try to stop it for now. Okay, so those two and those like so. I like this one. That one really looks like a rose. This one, I need to swirl it a little bit more, I think. Just didn't quite do what I wanted it to do. Where's my fluffy paintbrush? My best. This fluffy paintbrush I like to use, but I don't know where it is. Oh, I got two that are kind of fluffy. Let's try it. I just want to get some kind of center to this. So this one came out more floral. So just I think we just want to swirl it. There we go. I just want a center. I want something that looks like a center. That does. This one, I don't know how that's going to work out, so we're going to try this one next. And we're going to start from the center tight. Hopefully it will fill itself in like the other one did. Or we'll help it. Okay, like that. Now this pink one, like I said, it kind of looks almost like a rose, but it's pulling back together, so I'm losing that. So let's see if we can. We still need a center, so let's start making it in the middle. I'm hoping my paint is loose enough to get it to bring itself back together like the rest of them did. If not, we'll have to do this and help it. This one I'm not sure what's going to happen because it's not really leveled out, but let's try it and see what happens. This is my center. So I'm just going to try to bring the colors around. I think I have these little petals. I was trying to get to star out a little bit, so we'll add some of those back in. Since it looks like a sunshine anyway. Like that. Now I'm thinking, I love this one. This one looks really cool, but it needs a little more flair. So I'm going to attempt it with a straw, just to flare it out a little bit more. Don't see, now that's more even. I like that better. I love this one just the way it is because of this light flaring. It almost, there's another flower that does that. Petunias? Can't remember. That does that and it looks really cool. Alright, so we're good there. I mean, I see that this is dry, but I'm not going to fill it in right now because I don't want this petal to go over. This one's already going over, this one is, so that's fine. But I don't want any more to be dropping off of here. Here, because since it is going over, we do want it to match. This one just had one spot here and there that didn't quite make it, so we will pull that down, and we're going to pull this side too. And then what I'll do is, after these have had time so that the flowers aren't moving anymore, then I will fill in the white before this dries in all the spots that it needs it. I just don't want it to pull everything off. I like this one now. Okay. So then, after, like I said, after these settle down a little bit, I'm going to add the white, and then we'll dress these up a little bit more. I like that one. I feel like that one needs something else. So let's give it a little while to calm down and start to dry. We'll pour on the white, and then we'll see what else we need to do with this. I kind of want this one to flare out a little more. I do like this one now. I love this one, love this one. So let's give it a few minutes, and I will be back. So the paint has calmed down enough that I'm going to try again to get these areas filled up now. I wish I had something smaller to pour in. I do. Alright, so I just poured it into a smaller cup because it's just easier that way to pour in these small areas here. So again, I'm just filling in the white right now from where it was missing. I'm letting it drip down because we want to make sure that the whole canvas is covered properly. But I just didn't want too much of the white pulling this flower down. And we have some white missing over here. So we're going to fill that in. Like so. And, oh, and across here. Here. Again, just building in these spots to make sure we have good coverage throughout the whole painting. And that will level itself out. Like so. Okay, and oh, another spot over here. there. I'm just going to give it a little bit more. These folded corners sometimes are hard to get covered. So I'm just going to run a bead around it. Make sure that I have, oh, looks like I dripped some yellow over here, so clean that up. The excess. And make sure that we're covered here. And then all that should dry flat. And it'll look good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry. And then I want to finish this by adding, I don't know if I'm going to call them stems or if I'm going to call them like a vine. I want to connect them. So I'm, in my mind I've got kind of a thick vine in mind. And then as they connect, I have like leaves that I'm seeing on some of the flowers. So we're gonna do that after this dries a bit more. There we go. All right, let's let that settle down, and then I'll come back and we will finish this one up. I'll be back.